Have you ever felt like you're not getting the most out of ChatGPT? Well, you are in the right place. We're going to go from novice to pro, and we're going to do it fast. Let's start the clock.
I mean, just think about this for a second. What if you had an assistant who never needed a coffee break? A tutor who could explain things 1,000 times without getting frustrated? Or a creative partner, ready to go even at 3 a.m.? Well, that's pretty much the promise of what we're about to get into.
So to really use this thing, we gotta pull back the curtain and understand what it actually is. Let's break it down, nice and simple.
Okay, so on paper, it's an AI that gets human language. But that's kind of boring. A much better way to think of it is as your own personal, multi-talented sidekick. It can be that digital tutor who finally makes a complex topic click, or a writer who helps you get started on that tough email. It's that all-around helper, and that's the power we're going to learn how to tap into.
So why is everyone talking about this? Why is it such a game changer? Well, it's all about making you faster and smarter. I mean, imagine cutting your research time in half, or finally getting a handle on a tough subject, or just getting that little spark of an idea when you've totally hit a wall. That's the real-world advantage right there.
All right, now for the most important part. I'm not kidding, this is the secret sauce. The magic isn't just in the AI itself, it's in how you talk to it. So let's get into the art of the prompt.
A prompt is just a fancy word for the instructions you give it. And here is the golden rule. You have to remember this. The quality of your answer depends entirely on the quality of your prompt. It's a simple equation. Better prompts get you way better answers.
Okay, let's see this in action. If you just say, explain photosynthesis, you'll get a pretty generic textbook answer. It's fine. But look what happens when you add some context, who it's for, asking for examples. Suddenly it gets a lot more useful. But the real magic? That's when you give the AI a role. Just by saying you are a biology teacher, you completely change the game. The response becomes so much better.
And that brings us to this super powerful but simple formula. First, give it a role. Then tell it the task. Add some specific details. And finally, tell it the format you want. Role, task, detail, format. Seriously, burn that into your brain. It works almost every single time.
So now that you know how to ask the right way, let's look at some of the incredible things you can actually do with this new superpower.
If you're a student, this is an absolute game changer. It's like having a personal tutor whenever you want. You can have it explain something and then immediately ask it to quiz you on it. It's the perfect study buddy.
And for professionals? Oh, it's all about efficiency. Instead of just staring at a blank screen trying to write that perfect email, you can get a really solid first draft in just a few seconds. It saves you so much time and mental energy.
And hey, for all you creatives out there, this is an amazing partner for brainstorming. When you're stuck, just throw a totally wild idea at it and see what you get back. A story, a poem, it could be just the thing to get your own imagination going.
Okay, we've seen how powerful this is, but you know what they say? With great power comes, well, we have to talk about how to use this thing the smart and safe way.
And this next point is absolutely crucial. As amazing as ChatGPT is, it is not perfect. Please remember that. It's more like a brilliant intern, super helpful, but definitely not an all-knowing expert.
Look, it can get things wrong. It might use old information. And, this is the most dangerous part, it can be totally incorrect while sounding extremely confident. This leads us to the #1 most important rule. If the information is important, always double-check it with a source you trust. Always. So the takeaway here is pretty simple, right? Use it to get better at what you do. Don't use it to replace what you do. It's a tool to help you learn and work, not a shortcut to get out of it. Okay, you've got the basics down, you know the safety rules. Now let's talk about a few simple tips that'll take you from a regular user to a real power user. Here's the key. Don't just accept the first answer you get. Treat it like a real conversation. Push back, ask for more detail. Say, give me another example. Tell it to put the answer in a table or as bullet points. You can even tell it to change its tone, make it more professional, or explain it like you're 5. The best users are the ones who experiment and fine-tune their prompts.
And that really brings us to the most important idea to leave you with. ChatGPT isn't a shortcut to get you out of doing the work. It's a tool that helps you do your hard work smarter. It's here to boost your efforts, not to replace them. So with all that in mind, what's the first smart question you're going to ask?